What's up, everybody? John from Old Running Farm here. Today we are going to try to finish working on our in-ground bed that's over there. First, we need to do a little bit of maintenance on our tractor. So it's time to change transmission oil filter, and my throttle pedal is sticking like a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can just blow some air into there, and as well as some penetrating oil, and see if I can get that all fixed up. Alrighty. Got our new oil filter. It's going to put a little bit of new oil on the rim. Get that bearing greased up. This is all right. Only lost a little bit of oil, but I'll still check it and see if we need any more, although I think we'll be fine. But yeah, so that went pretty smoothly. I'm gonna take a look on the other side. So this is the throttle, and so this is where it should be like stationary, but you see if you push it forward, it gets stuck forward. And if you push it backwards, it gets stuck backwards, and it should sort of come to that equilibrium point. So there's a couple points down there that I think I'm just gonna blow out with some air, see if that makes a difference, and then hit it with some penetrating oil and see if that fixes it. Well, that didn't really seem to do much, which is too bad, but I'm not sure there's much more I can do. I'll call the dealership tomorrow, see if they have any suggestions. So here's where we're at over here with the in-ground beds, because it has been a very stressful few weeks. It's been really difficult to focus on things, because while it's great that we've had some wholesale orders for chainsaw carving, sorry for the wind, while it's great we've had some wholesale orders for chainsaw carving, it really puts a stress on our ability to do things. And also Kat had dog walking apocalypse last week. So she was gone 4 o'clock in the morning and home at 8 o'clock at night. Because I guess it was school vacation, spring break for the kids, so everybody was out of town. Anyway, so what I want to do today is I got 1, 2, 3 stumps. I'd like to get all of those out today. Reason being, so I think this is going to be our end of our in-ground beds, because if we look at it this way, so the driveway slopes here, and then right at this point it starts to curve in. So I think not that it's the most efficient use, but I think it'll look the best if it's just sort of like that. And then we can either have this be sort of a perennial thing, or maybe we plant some bushes or whatever, or maybe this is actually just parking space, something like that, or somewhere where we can have companies dump compost, which we'll need a lot of. But anyway, because I have this big stump here, so I want to see if I can actually get this out of here. And we talked about just putting it over there to fill some space, but I'd like to see if I can actually get it up and out. And then the reason why I want to get these stumps out before I start working out over there is because I still have the backhoe on the tractor. And while it's not incredibly time consuming to take it on and off. It is time consuming, and I want to just like basically use the backhoe, get it done with, and then get it off, because then I'm going to use I'm going to need the rake that I have on there to smooth this out. I need to do some more smoothing over here, and there's some other work that I need to do. So I'd rather just get the backhoe, like the work that I need to do with the backhoe, over and done with. So I'm going to see if I can take out these stumps in the next probably 2 or 3 hours, and then I can switch to my rake, and then I can flatten all this out, and then hopefully it'll be ready for compost by Monday. That's my plan. So if I can get that done, that should be good. We'll see if that happens. All right, so I couldn't get the freaking throttle lever to work right, so now it's just really, but anyway, I'm gonna try to pull out the stump. Hopefully it goes well. Wish me luck. Holy bajoli, that took a long time. Well, hour and a half. It took an hour and a half to pull this one out, but there's also an issue where I couldn't quite get where I wanted to because my mother-in-law's driveway is right here, and I didn't want to put the forks down right there. But so anyway, got that out. That's all set. So I don't have a ton of time left, but I have enough time. I need to take a break because I need to charge my phone because it was filming that whole time. But so I'm gonna put the bucket on the tractor. I'm gonna fill this in. I'm gonna go take care of the other stump. And then once I do that, so let's see. Because I had this one, and then I think there was one other one. Yeah, this guy right here. Oh, and then there's that one back there. Ugh, there's so many, but baloney is what is happening right now. Baloney. Because I guess the problem is, although I guess maybe I'll just use my my hand rake to sort of smooth this out. So, all right, so I'm gonna fill this in. I'm gonna take out that other stump. I'm gonna put the bucket on. I'm gonna level this all real nice. And then we'll just give up. How about that? All right, so after a few weeks of very frustrating things, it was nice to have something go right sort of for a while. So I'll flip the camera around and show you what we're working with. Bam! So we had one stump right about here, one over there. They are all gone. And now I have not broken the landscape rake out yet. I just took a couple loads of wood chips, filled it in over here, because we'll probably go through and pick out these rocks. I'm gonna have to just film because of the wind. And I mean, listen, this may not look like much, but looks quite different from day one. I'll have to see if I can find some of the, well, I must be able to find some of the footage from what this looked like at first. But this is, oh man, this little tiny tract of land represents an awful lot of work. So I'm glad that this is set, and now we can order compost and we can start building the rows, and we'll be good. So I would foresee, depending on what Catherine's schedule is like, we can get this done relatively quickly. Yes. Since we got that wind, I'm just sort of hiding over by our raised beds. So you can see, so we have 9 total in-ground beds. And we did them without string lines or anything like that. You can hardly tell, LOL. No, but you know, it's one of those things where we didn't really care. They don't need to be perfect. And like Catherine said, the reason why she wanted to put the paths in there is that so she can more easily weed. So, you know, because I was saying we could just put a whole bed in there, but then, you know, this will be easier to keep track of where everything is, and it'll be easier to weed. But I'd say overall, I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm also really happy with how quickly it came out. Much faster than what I was sort of thinking. And we used less compost than I think we were originally thinking too. And then down at the end there, we'll probably just fill it with wood chips, and then we'll have it as a little satellite parking for our open farm day, and then maybe a spot for a little farm stand down the road. That should be good. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. See you next time.